Peace, peace. How's everybody doing? How's everybody doing? I'm going to get to the point on this one. As you know, I've been away for a while. I don't see no reason to just be making frivolous videos because then I feel like the message is missing. So now what my new thing is I'm trying to find these dudes to debate with, but they're scared to debate me once I start bringing out my information. So anyway, on this right here, when I say debate me, I mean live. That way they can do the song and dance that I'm going to show in this episode right here. Now this will be talking about let me go I'm gonna show you the post because this is my Facebook post and it's inside a group. So I'll be going to different groups and I'll be making posts. Now inside this, it's inside the 5%ers, aka the nations of gods and earths, right? So let me come over here and my fault. That ain't it. Right? Here we go. Okay. Right? So now as you see on top, 5%, the 5%ers, aka I'm looking at two different screens. The 5%ers, aka the nation of gods and earth. Now this is a private group, but if you try to get in there, you can also see these guys in actions, right? So my post states, when I see black Christians, Muslims, and Freemasons, I think another 1,000 years of mental enslavement, right? So now you see the reactions. I got like 52 reactions. Not that matters. I'll show you, a lot of likes, some loves, couple of laughs, shocks, and one anger. Right. Okay. Now, I'm not going to go through all of these posts. We have 219 comments. I want to go to one specific one, right? And from there, we're going to evaluate this person and another person, both claiming to be Masons. Now, we're going to notice two things. One person is willing to provide some information. Now, we're going to use that information that he uses to show and prove my point about Freemasonry. Now, the other person, which is the main person that we're focusing here, which is Javon Shakur, right? So, we're going to focus on him. As you can see, he has 109 replies. So he's a major shareholder of this. So he's this Mason, right? And, but he's telling you what you're saying is not right, but you'll notice how he doesn't offer any information. Cool. We know they can't do that. And so we don't take them serious. But more importantly, why we shouldn't take them serious is when we can see how they engage with each other, how they call their stuff false and fallacies, because this is their tactic of hiding the truth or hiding the fact that they don't know the truth, right? They'll claim, I'm a 32-degree Mason, this, that, and the third, and yada, yada, yada. But do they even know the secrets just because they are 32-degree Mason? I say no. Right? And I'm going to show and prove. So anyway, in this, we start off, right? Let me drop these down real quick here, right? So, this is 6 days ago. Now hold on. I'm not sure if. See, I'm more than certain this is not. Yeah, I can't. They're not. They're not children. What do you do for yours, please? Right? Then Muhammad here, who they wind up arguing with, says facts. Right? So Javon Shakur. Freemasonry is an Israelite, a British Israelite, and perhaps is British Israelites. And perhaps you should learn more about them here. Check out a book out. You can read online, and it's by an ex. Pardon me, my eyes is kind of tired right now. So, I give him a book. He laughs at the book, right? And he says, man, I'm a Freemason, been a Freemason. Leave those lies alone. If you don't go with the fake ass literature, bro, I'm a real Mason, so I know what's up. What you are talking is lies. Laughing my ass off. I'm used to it. Right. I haven't read the book, so wait, it goes, you haven't read the book, so how you gonna tell me to read the book? If you read the book, tell me, what do my bone mean? La ha ha. And when you're supposed to say it. I tell him the master's word. He laughs. Right? Boom, wrong. Shakur, not to mention, I have a YouTube channel where I break down every chapter with research. So he's telling me, he's discrediting me on something as he doesn't even know, because this is how they have to hide. Anybody can go through my YouTube page and see I have every matter of fact, if you just type in Mahabone into a search engine, I'm gonna be the person who pops up. And that's even just typing in Google, right? And hold on a minute. Should I show and prove this, right? Hold on a minute. Right? Now, what did I say? The master's carpet, right? These are me. Right? These are my posts. So him saying that I haven't done it is crazy, right? Because he's making these accusations that he can't prove. And his only thing that he has is to discredit. Right? And now, mind you, granted, he's saying this to me because I'm not a Mason, so he could hide. But I'm going to show and prove how he uses this for everything. Right? Okay. That's the problem. YouTube channels where all the lies about Freemasons lie. You're only going to learn about Freemasonry when you become one. You can believe all the lies from people who never been Freemasons a day in their lives. Now, I never been a Mason. My information is over 30 years old, so I didn't get my information from YouTube. Now, all of the Freemasonic books up to I was dealing with, certain books was just circle jerking, talking you in circles and not offering you any information. And those be the ones that the Freemasons big up, right? All you're doing is stating your opinion about us. You learn about Freemasonry, but you're not speaking truth about them. It seems that you have learned about them. Stop following the other idiots about Freemasonry when they never been a Freemason a day in their life. That is the problem. YouTube, like I said, he hears one thing and he builds this whole defense around one thing. I clearly said I was reading the book on YouTube. Nothing about, oh, I seen this article or this video. Nothing. He's hiding behind that because this is denial 101. Just say, oh, you don't know. Boom. Okay. So I say, keep following the widow and her son, you fool. The black man is God, not the white woman. And, right, I put up, the pardon me, I can't show y'all. Okay. But I show the Freemasonic symbol where we have the clit on top. Then if you look from the inside, you can see the vagina lips, right? And the G-spot. So Freemasonry is the worship of the vagina. But whose? The Queen Elizabeth I, because I told you before, Julius Caesar and Augustus and Socrates make up the trinity of the Jesus system. Right now we have the Luciferian system, which is the British Israelites, and that's with Queen Elizabeth because she was, the empress of the British Empire. Excuse me there. Right. So now he goes, this is me. I'm deep into Freemasonry. A non-Mason can't tell me anything about Masonry. Laugh. All you want to yours the actual joke. The post pictures like you have these books and you don't. Just because someone who never been a Mason writes a book and states their opinion doesn't mean it's true. Like I said, he has to fight off everything, not knowing that the book is from the 1800s, right? Regardless to that, you fighting and you're making statements to something that you have no connections to. You have a connections to Freemasonry, fine. But then I go, slave of the British Israelites, shaking my head. Pardon me here. Right? So, then I go when I put up another picture showing the York Rite and Scottish Rite and showing how one is Queen Elizabeth I the first, the York Rite, and Queen Mary I of Scots. Again, he laughs. I don't mind. Right? You remind me of those race Arabs who put up fake computerized, made up memes. You're only doing about Freemasons. None of this is true and accurate, bro. Dude, you sound dumb as fuck. Bro, you have no idea what the F you were talking about. I say to him, well, you're right, but if you want to say that, right. But now my thing is again, you can't see it because it's too close up. It goes right on this. It's just basically a chart of when you're dealing with somebody in a conversation. If they're not presenting no information, whether to clarify, then who are they? What you have to come with something to show and prove that what I'm showing is wrong. Show that what I'm showing is wrong, and if you can't, then you're proving that I am right. Right? It goes, so, I show information. Hey, you can put all of those goofy ass memes. None of this stuff is true, bro. I am being completely honest with you. Man, you have no idea of what the F you are talking about. You are talking some stupid ass that doesn't even make sense. Laughing my ass off. At the end of the day, who gives a F what you think, bro? Being completely honest with you, you have no idea what the F you were talking about, and I'ma leave it like that. Now, if he didn't care, and if everything I was saying was wrong, and if he's gonna leave it away so much, right? Look at this, right? Here's something else for you. Now, I give him the Luciferian system showing how Queen Elizabeth is Luciferia, right? And, I show, the Masonic year and all of that. Nobody is a slave to anything. You don't even understand the organization. I thought he was leaving. Bro, you don't even understand the order of Freemasonry. You'll even say that S. What we do is come together and help our community. That's not slavery, you effing idiot. Right. Now, as I told people before, if you know gangs are Freemasonic. Chicago, the whole gang structure is based on Freemasonry. The whole structure is based on Freemasonry. So how is this coming together and helping the community? Oh, now we got the growth and development and this nonsense. Listen, this system is destructive and has always been just that. Listen, you are helping build the Luciferian system that has not been revealed yet. You dummy, you can't even become a Freemason if you don't believe in God, the creator of the universe. You're an idiot. Listen, you're worshiping that dirt hole, and is your problem. Don't be mad because I'm exposing the wicked system, right? It was fun. Keep your panties in a bunch, you bitch, nigga. Oh, you're a kid. That's where they know it all, but don't know. Laughing he's still here. He's still telling me what I don't know and don't know. Strange, because that's not true. Now, this is me addressing the claim that Freemasonry requires you to believe in God. It goes, the Grand Orient of France belongs to the continental tradition of Freemasonry, known to its practitioners as liberal masonry, the different features of which to complete Freemasonry is religious conscience and deliberate involvement in politics. Basically saying they do everything that the so-called other Masons do not do. Right? So, then I also come here and I show them again. Right? Because once you show people evidence, they got to try to find a way to tell you that you're wrong. Unlike Anglo-Saxon American Freemasonry, the Grand Orient of France does not require candidates for membership to believe in a supreme being. It allows the discussion of political issues and religion in the lodge. It upholds a series of grudging principles or ideas which individual members are expected to what? Defend, and which the Grand Orient as a corporate body promotes. So all they're doing is regurgitating out to the world whatever Freemasonry tells them to say. Basically, they are shills. If you know what a shill is, then you understand Freemasonry is shilling, is putting people to say and, use sophistry and speak and say things to the community. Right? Bro, you keep posting these computerized memes, you wasting your time. See, now they computerized. This is me reading, underlining, highlighting, and presenting. Right? But to him, it has to be computerized and all of this because he can admit that I know what I'm talking about. Right? And I have all of the information for whenever they say something. This ain't computerized. You just being exposed with real research, and you are proving to be a liar or uneducated in what you are involved with. It don't matter what it is, it's still lies, bro. Stop believing in BS and think it's true when a real Mason is actually telling you it's not, but he ain't telling you what it is. So I'm supposed to believe somebody telling me what is not, but leaving me in limbo on what it is. No, I think I'm complete with knowing what it is. Shakur, you ain't said nothing but deny and proven wrong. Nonetheless, it's been fun, and your HP proves my point. Good day, slave. Okay, you are exposing lies. All I'm doing is telling you that's not true. I don't give a F what you do believe. I'm just being a man and standing on my own two and telling you don't know what the F you were talking about. The only way you are going to learn Freemasonry is if you become one. All this ass you hear on YouTube is nothing. Now, mind you, remember I mentioned YouTube a while ago. He said Freemasonry wasn't this. I started bringing up articles. He's talking past all of this, right? Freemasonry one. YouTube is nothing but lies from people who never been Freemasons a day in their life. Do you know how rumors get started? Yeah, Freemasonry. Because we keep secrets and people like you sit in there and make up lies and assume things with no proof. The stuff that you are showing are nothing but made up memes and fake info from people who never been Masons. Oh, my fault. Happy slave. Understand this, bro. I am very comfortable, confident of what I am. So calling me a happy slave is not going to make me mad because I know a effing truth about free. He's mad this whole time. We are more of a man than you are, you little kid who believes the BS of the internet. I bet you believe that Gucci Man is a clone. You believe that dumb you hear on YouTube. You see, I hit the like button, like, right. Considering that, like I told you, my books are from the 1800s. No YouTube. I've been studying this since like 990, since the early 90s. I don't know what he's talking about. No YouTube and none of that stuff gave me my information. That's why I'm able to drop the bombs that I'm dropping, because this is all up here. This is stuff I had to save inside my head when there wasn't no internet for me to just easily find information. All my life, you are not exposing anything, bro. You're lying. You have no idea what the F you were talking about. This is all my life, bro. Honest to God, truth. You have no idea. Now, he's in a group, mind you, where we say the black man is God. He's swearing to God. So listen, he's not even a part of this community. He's hiding out in this community, easy picking and probably leading people astray. What I am doing is exposing your lies about Freemasons. I told him, you're mentally dead already. Your life means nothing. You sold it to that dirty widow whore. Sure, dude, you're just a kid trolling. And the reason why you're trolling, because you know you're wrong. That's all I have. Way more enlightenment than you will ever have a day in your life. You say that, but none of us see that, right? Your dumb ass think Freemasonry is a religion that don't believe in God. Just that by itself doesn't make sense, effing idiot. Okay. Now, he also gave me something that I can address. As we say, and if anybody knows, the first 3 degrees is by the French, right? So they are the first 3 degrees, right? So when I say that, the French Lodge is also dealing with atheism, it's only a part-time thing. It's only just because they're exerting their authority. That's all that is. Excuse me. Right? So then I tell them, don't be like those who sold their souls for penny on a dollar. And I put up, the Freemasonic penny. You can look these things up too. Look up the Freemasonic penny. Right? Another meme. You would joke you trying so hard. But he's still here. He's telling me I'm the one trying on my post. And he's the one trying to convince somebody that what I'm saying ain't true. Who's trying hard here? And he keeps using these insults and whatnot as if that gives him some authority. Right? Just as their tactics. This has always been their tactics. I tell him, I bet you don't know the lodge represents the vagina. Only one way in and out. And the cable toe is the umbilical cord. He laughs. Huh? What? Hell nah. You gotta be trolling, bro. What the F are you talking about? All right? As I show you, it's like nobody else is coming in till about now. Right? Dog. Shut the F up. Stop trolling, bro. You're making all this F up. All this S up. You're a weirdo, right? then here comes Muhammad. Now here goes when things get interesting, right? I'm a Freemason, and you're wrong. Yes, I'm high enough, 32 degree. And I guess it's supposed to be Hiram. That's supposed to be Hiram, right? So don't tell me I don't know what I'm talking about. Who was telling you? You just came out of nowhere. Nobody told you anything. You you shouldn't, but the sub word on here, brother, remember your obligations. Now he starts laughing at him. Right? Then it goes, I see you are international. I'm regular Grand Lodge of the state, aka White Masons. Please refrain from posing certain things in the cipher. Some things can't be wrote out. Laughing my ass off. Man, stop. Now here you go. What are you talking about? Now you sound stupid. Laughing my ass off, man. Gone somewhere. You're lame. What does my obligation gotta do with any effing thing, bro? What the F are you talking about? Bro, you don't gone somewhere with your bougie-ish, bro. You don't know what the hell you talking about. I said nothing against my obligation. What the hell are you talking about? Stop talking out the side of your head, square. Ha. You said a word in here I wasn't supposed to say. If you don't understand that, then I see why your clandestine is not legitimate Mason. How are you supposed to be keeping secrets, but you're giving out secrets kinda stupid, huh? International Freemasonry except modern Freemason Incorporated generally considers a clandestine an unrecognized group of mainstream Masons, not a legitimate branch, despite operating with similar rituals and structures while they engage in charity and community service. So he's exposing them, right? You're not even a real Mason. I see why you speak the way you do. Laughing. I didn't know one could talk out the side of their head, but at least I'm not talking out my ass like you. Obligations to not give out secrets. Duh. Jason, you're not a real Mason. International Freemasons accept modern, and he puts it again. Right? You're not a real Mason. Stop lying, laughing my ass off. What Masons wear feathers in the Blue Lodge? A fake one. Right? So this is this guy again going in. And as you notice, they both using the same tactics of basically saying you don't know. They just discredit it. Right? So he puts up a couple of things. Right? We're not going to be able to see it. Right? Then he erases one of his replies. Right? So he laughs. So You went from, brother, I see you're international, put your telling secrets, we're going against the obligation. Once you notice I said nothing against my obligations, now you want to insult international Masons. Well, I can prove you wrong again. At the end of the day, bro, I grew out of that. I don't even go to the lodge anymore. But I'm not going to allow someone to talk down on Freemasonry, especially when they're all lies. He doesn't know what he's talking about. I never said any secrets. I never went against any obligation. I'm just telling someone what he's been told or our lies, just like you did. So I have no idea what the F you are talking about. He puts up a coon on him. Then he puts something. You're not even a Mason. You're a Shriner, not a Masonic one. Nothing about you is a Freemason, bro. So again, these guys will discredit themselves when the time comes. Right? It goes. How are you, a fake bougie Mason, gonna teach anyone anything? Shake my head. Get legit first, Key. Don't go under square and compass. Mess me with that clandestine BS. You can be a non-quarantine Freemason or a clandestine Freemason if you are a fake human being. You are a fake human being. Not one Masonic order can make a fake man a real stand-up man. So miss me with all of this clandestine and trying to insult international Masons, because that's all you can do behind a phone. I'm more of a real Mason than you are, bro. First, you're not even a Mason. You're a Shriner. You're not a Mason Shriner. You're just one of those regular Shriners, bro. So let's not go there, bro, because we can. Second, who said I was in the blue? I didn't. Then he called his friend. Let's see who this person is. Okay, so he's inside the group, right? It goes, Assalamu alaikum, right, bro? Oh man, this is funny to me. If you know what I'm laughing at with Masonry and now him being a Muslim, right? You'll see. We'll go into this, right? Will you tell this brother an al-Sunnah Muslim is actually haram to join Masonic order? And he's right on that. To say you're a Muslim and a Mason is haram, right? Right. And then he agrees with me when I say the only sellout Muslims are the Moors, Morocco. So he agrees with me. He knows that the Moroccan Moors are the fake Muslims and they're dealing with Freemasonry. This is where you get the Moors out here and spreading all of the lies. So now they're arguing with each other about a system that they claim they're in, but neither one of them wants to admit the other even knows, because none of them know until they do some research out of the system. They're believers. So they're going to accept it in the way that is given to them to believe. He's saying that Freemasonry is not a religion. He stated that. But now we see a Muslim claiming to be a Mason. So how is this not the same? You only think that because you don't know the history. Africa sold those Africans into slavery 100 years before Islam ever started. You hear this nonsense? Back in those days, slavery was a normal thing in human society all over the world, which means the power to be didn't look at slavery as wrong. Unfortunately, Africans fought each other so much for sold their enemies into slavery. Those same slaves converted to Islam and rose to power to become Moors. They attacked the same Africans who sold them into slavery and took over their land. That's how that happened. So those Moors have been already sold out by other different Africans who sold their people into slavery. We must understand, brother, that Africans did not look at each other as the same just because they all had the same features. If we're from another kingdom or tribe, you are different from them. They fought each other and captured each other and sold each other to foreigners if it wasn't for Africans themselves and fight each other. There wouldn't have been an African slave trade. Africans been selling each other out since the day of existence. Europeans did the same, but they stopped fighting each other and joined together to take over the world. That's what Africans should have done. But unfortunately, the Europeans are the ones who created the guns first. And that's how they were able to manipulate people. When I say, this is me, when I say Islam, I mean Middle Eastern nations. Moors are invaders, not original. Moors are black people, are my friend. No, they're not. Moors is just they're mixed black. I'm not going to say they're not black. I would be wrong to say they're not black. But they don't look at themselves as black, right? Moors the title black. The term black people is not a certain race. It's a people with dark skin, actually. I have black Arabs. Those are the first Arabs. The term Moor is a title of people with dark skin in North Africa. We're not going to be able to see that. Right, here we go. Laughing out loud. When did the Prophet Muhammad say it was haram? And who said it was that type of Muslim? See, now he's admitting it's not the same Muslim, right? And he doesn't know that it is haram, right? Even in the Bible. I mean, in the Quran, it tells you, yes, that's haram. Are you ignorant? Dictionary of Arabs and Muslim Freemasons, right? Secret practices of the Sunni Freemasons. Now, I can't argue with that, right? Crescent comp in the compass. I have no idea what type of Muslim I am. So, wait, it goes, you have no idea what type of Muslim I am. So keep all that haram and Sunnah talk to yourself. Because he's not. I told you, they're not Muslims. They are coming under Islam because they'll have some, when they reveal the Luciferian system, they'll also have a Masonic, a Muslim group vouching and giving credit to. Like how we have Islam that broke and did their own thing, but they still acknowledge Jesus as his prophet because they had to. But Jesus is Julius Caesar, Augustus, and Socrates. Right? So you worried about what type of Muslim I am doesn't negate the fact that you're a fake Mason and who says he's G.O.D. Laugh out loud. Spiritual reflection of the Sufi Mason. Right? Parallel teachings of Islam, Sufism, and Freemasonry. Now, this is the one I wanted people to see. Beyond the large, within the nation, right? And this is talking about the Nation of Islam. Pick up a book, bro. In Islam, it's forbidden to be a Shriner. It's just a book. If you're Muslim, that's haram. You join the Shriners to be a Muslim, but you can't be a Shriner nor Shura Muslim and be a Freemasonry or a Shriner. He's correct, right? Or not, right? Fake Muslim. Aren't you supposed to be Ramadan, not arguing with me? Fake Muslim, you're not even a Mason to call someone else fake. No, you're plagues. Laughing my ass off. Not a fake Mason. I rode the goat, fed the goat, and walk across the desert because something you don't know about. You're supposed to be fasting, not arguing, engaging in negativity. Fake Muslim. So he admits he's dealing in negativity. He's practicing chicanery right now and is being proven. He's proving it by himself. This is how I know you're not a Mason. You don't know Masonry. You think you know. Because the difference between international Masonry and Prince Hall. But I'm cool with Prince Hall. Why? Because I'm a real stand-up man. No matter if I'm international or not. That's just your opinion. How you feel. I'm not even active anymore, stupid. So, he's not a Freemason anymore. He's standing there telling people what they not without providing any information. He provided some information when it came down to proving kinda that you can't be a Muslim and be a Freemason. And that's the reason why you see me ignore a lot of the people who was posting because they were a Muslim can't be a slave. God doesn't make slaves, right? Hey brother, do you know what Islam and Muslim mean? And as I said, I gave him the thumbs up. And I said, don't bother, because if he understood this, he wouldn't have even made the statement to begin with. These are believers inside a system, the 5% nation, which is not supposed to be believers. But these believers are all through these groups. And they're there to keep you believing. They're there only to keep you believing. They're Masons. Building a new system, but that system is still of belief. And they'll deny it to the best of their abilities. But as you see, even when you put them amongst themselves, They'll use the same line. Oh, you're lying. You're not telling the truth. This, that, and the third. Right? That's the same things he was telling me. He was denying my information as well. He has to. He's a shill. He's only there to keep people in mental enslavement. I'm going to end this one. I'll be back with something else another time. Until then, peace. This is Maroon Nation. And don't let these fools fool you anymore.